All right, everyone. I'm continuing my Roaring Twenties theme here. Maybe this is Great Depression, could be early 30s. I've seen this dated from the late 20s to 1931. But either way, this is a very old Marx New York cityscape. And, you know, if this was after the Empire State Building, right, I would imagine that that would be prominently featured on the box. And it's not so. I can't imagine that this is post Empire State Building. So it could be early 30s before. I'm trying to think if the Empire State Building was, my recollection was 34. Could have been 31, I don't know, but 34 maybe. But anyway, so nonetheless, this is your nearly century-old New York cityscape by Marx, and it has its original box, and it's just a cool piece. There's so much detail. Let's start with this box. I like the box because it just flips open. Is that beautiful or what? That is what New York looked like back in the day. And it's got the Zeppelin. Now, the closest, I can't even imagine that would be like the Empire State Building, but I do like the Zeppelin, the biplanes, clock towers. Planes are all over the place. Did New York really have that many planes flying around? And then you have, of course, the train. You got steamships. Look at that, like Titanic era. Looks like the Titanic, doesn't it? Got all these people marching along here. You got your patent pending. These guys are going to the opera. All kinds of cool stuff going on here. Very busy. And then at the end panel, well, I don't know. This is a square, so they're all like side panels. At the cityscape. It was just cool to say, hey man, in New York, this city that doesn't sleep. I don't know why this is faded here. There's two corners that have this like weird fade cut in, so I don't know what that's all about. Have to ask the auctioneer. And then here's your other panel. So how often do you get to see these 100-year-old boxes? Again, this is very colorful too. You know, remember some of these 20s boxes didn't even use colors. They just went either black ink or maybe sometimes just a red or one single or two colors maybe, but that's pretty nice. You got greens, you got blues. Anyway, and what about the toy? Well, let's wind it up first because there's a lot to go around. I'll probably pick the camera up. It's the plane's a little loose there. I could tighten that sleeve over there, but for now, let's just Whoa, a crash. Didn't they have a plane that crashed into the Empire State Building? Probably dissolved back then, right? It wasn't a 747. So you can see here the motion. It's almost like every second revolution causes the plane to have one revolution. And I'm not going to really mess with it. I could have tightened this. I'll show you. See this? I couldn't tighten it. I could tighten it so it actually sits a little better on the shaft. But you know what? I don't even want to bother. Because like I said, it's so old. It's not like I'm going to run this too often. But anyway, let's pick up the camera now and show you some of the details. I think it's worth looking into how much lithography is on this thing. First of all, you got this train that's fully lithographed. All the cars, the caboose. You got lithography all on the side there. And you have your towers here. I guess the plane's delivering mail because it's flying over the post office. You got these people going up the stairs to the post office. It's actually kind of a nice, almost has like a little three-dimensional view. Almost looks like it's going up the stairs as opposed to being flat. Look over there, you got your 1920s car. Clock tower. Who was buying these during that? This is like the height of the Depression. Kind of astonishing to think. Who had the bucks for this? Must have been the rich and famous. Maybe like Clark Gable, Marlene Dietrich. Is that her name? All those old stars. Maybe some captains of industry. Probably at the Vanderbilt's houses and the J.P. Morgan houses and all those well-to-do. You know, can't imagine people when they couldn't even afford food back then. But anyway, let's see. Anything else back here? You got these buildings there. Oh, no, very cool. So I don't want to, let's see if I missed anything. Here's your plane, by the way. Let's get a detail of that biplane. Anything in the tower there? Let's go over to this tower. Again, a lot of detail, you know. A lot of detail. Like those cars over there, for instance, has the passengers in there. You know, really an astonishing level of artisan and craftsmanship and all kinds of good stuff. So anyway, that's your Marx New York cityscape. I think it's extremely cool. I hope you guys liked it as well. If you have any remarks, leave them. I'd like to know what you think of this toy. And as always, don't forget to subscribe, thumb up the video, leave a remark. Appreciate your time. And with that, I will talk to you later.